Hello guys, this will be the return flight from Truckee to Van Nuys. We're taking off runway 29 with a 17-knot crosswind component, doing the Truck 5 departure, 2 laps in the holding pattern to gain altitude, and then fly towards Van Nuys. It's going to be beautiful. You need to watch this.
Truckee Tower, information, Lima 234 Niner Zulu, wind 230 at 17, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000, density altitude 7,900, visual approach in use, landing and departing runways 29 and 20.
Cirrus 528 Charlie Mike, Truckee Tower, you're cleared to the Van Nuys Airport. Via the Truck 5 departure, truck, carve, which is Charlie Alpha Romeo Victor Victor, then as filed. I maintain 13,000, expect 15,000 as a final. Departure frequency will be 127.905, squawk 3675.
And we'll expect runway 29 for departure, 528 Charlie Mike, is that correct?
Sure, 528 Charlie Mike, affirmative. Runway 29 would probably be the preferred runway for IFR departures.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Cirrus 528 Charlie Mike, Truckee Tower, wind 210 at 13, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
Ground clear to the 5368.
Sir, takeoff 53668, Truckee Tower, roger, wind is 210 at 15, would you like runway 20 or 29er? Sir, takeoff 53668, runway 20, taxi via Alpha Golf, hold short of runway 29er at Golf.
Okay, we'll taxi 20 via Alpha Golf, we'll hold short 29er at Golf.
Friendly 3079, Truckee Tower.
600.
Caps available.
Friendly 3079, I can work on that for you. Advise when you have Lima and ready for taxi. Cirrus 8 Charlie Mike, contact Oakland Center. Good day.
Oakland Center, I appreciate the help. 528 Charlie Mike. Oakland, good afternoon. November 528 Charlie Mike, off runway 29er at Truckee, 7,200, climbing to the Truckee intersection.
November 528 Charlie Mike, Oakland Center, welcome. Radar contact 2 miles northwest of Truckee Airport. I will maintain 14,000, the Truckee altimeter 3015.
14,000, 3015. Thank you so much, 528 Charlie Mike.
Southwest 1348, 270 to setting 240. Oh, 1348, Oakland Center, welcome. Descend and maintain, flight level 220. Thanks, down at 220, Southwest 1348. November 8 Charlie Mike, so direct to Takeoff, Sierra Alpha, Alpha, Golf Oscar.
Flight level 220, medevac Neojet 2.
Citation 0 Alpha Foxtrot, contact NorCal approach 119.2.
NorCal, 0 Alpha Foxtrot, thanks.
Welcome to 3079, Oakland Center, Roger, Truckee altimeter 3016, should get on radar here shortly.
3016, friendly 3079.
Oakland American 582, 273, Decend 240. American 582, Oakland Center, Roger. Digit 439, contact NorCal approach 119.2.
Thank you, Digit 439.
Cirrus 7 Sierra Foxtrot, continue climb, maintain flight level 290.
I'll maintain 290, 907 Sierra Foxtrot.
Alright, Charlie Mike, go ahead.
I was wondering if I can turn right towards Kilo Papa Vector Foxtrot just to avoid the mountains, and then I'll continue to Sago. Is that okay with you, 528 Charlie Mike?
Alright, Charlie Mike, yeah, that should be fine. Can you say the fix one more time?
Yes, sir. It is Kilo Papa Vector Foxtrot, Placerville.
Charlie Mike, descend and maintain 1000.
1000, thank you, Charlie Mike. So now we descended because we had an issue with the oxygen. It was still dispensing oxygen, but I think it was just something was faulty. So we descended from 15,000 to 11,000, so we are now in the legal limits, and I still have plenty of bottles. And now we are flying direct to Sago. So on the way to
6564, contact NorCal 127.
Truckee, I was supposed to make a quick comparison between the SR22 Turbo and the 182 Turbo.
NorCal on 127.15.
Then I chose to kind of like get updates for the weather, for the airport, and pay attention to it.
118.9 or 58 Delta Zulu.
So
Alpha Bravo, contact
I thought I'm gonna do it on the return flight, and now we are on the return flight, so let's just do a quick comparison. So let's first lay some ground rules for this. There's no question that Cessna is a behemoth when it comes to aircraft design and manufacturing. They've been doing this for so many years. I think probably soon they'll celebrate 100 years. I'm not exactly sure when it was created, but I know that the first version of the 182 was a tail wheel, and I think that was in the 1950s. Then they came up with a different model that had a tricycle nose gear. And Cessna certainly has learned a lot, and they had so many versions of a single engine airplane. 150, 152, 172. I mean, the 172 may be the most popular single engine airplane out there. Extremely popular with flight schools. It's very easy to fly. You can say that that design has stood the test of time. And obviously Cessna later moved on to the Caravan. Very successful airplane, particularly with freight pilots. They have the line for the Citation jets. Just because an airplane manufacturing company is successful and has been around for a long time does not necessarily mean that they always make the right decisions. Case in point, I think you guys know that there was a company that used to build experimental kits, right? The model was called the Columbia 400. Then they went into bankruptcy. Cessna bought them out of bankruptcy because at the time Cirrus was doing absolutely amazing and they were selling a lot of airplanes. Cirrus became very popular and it appealed to particularly new pilots, mainly because of the safety features. As an airplane, easy to fly. This airplane does not have a propeller control, even though it does have a constant speed propeller. And you control the throttle, that controls the pitch angle. You also have airbags by the seatbelt. You have the parachute, you have state-of-the-art avionics. So it appealed to a lot of people, particularly newer pilots and people that actually are flying cross-country versus people that just want to get up and, you know, enjoy the skies and go back to their home airport. Now this is generally, it does not apply across the board. Now I reached the point where Cessna bought the Columbia and they rebranded it as the TTX, and who could deny that the reason they did that was to compete with Cirrus. But eventually Cessna stopped producing that airplane and it came down to the economics of numbers. They just did not have enough orders initially. If you are producing just 2 airplanes a week and you have this large production facility and you invested a lot of money in many employees and toolings and so forth, but you're not producing up to the capacity, you're gonna lose money. Okay, so now let's run a basic comparison. I think there is no right answer. Why did you buy Cirrus? That's the wrong airplane for you. You can't say that. Same thing goes with Cessna. Let's say someone went to a pilot school, he did his private and instrument on the 170.
Good afternoon, 930, Papa 115.
Naturally, the transition for him, he wants to buy a high-performance turbo airplane. I'm sure the 182 will be a very appealing option because the transition will be so quick. They both are high-wing airplanes. You are used to looking down. You don't have a low wing obstructing your vision. So that, I'm sure that will be a big selling point. Another thing will be that this design has been around for, I don't know, 80 years now or 70 years now, and I feel confident that they have worked out all the squawks and they have all the advisory circulars and airworthiness directives, and they probably sorted out most of the features. Okay, great. Another one might say, you know what, there's a reason why the Cirrus SR22 is the world's best-selling airplane. High-performance airplane. I looked at the numbers and it outperforms the 182 in the metrics that I care about. It goes faster, you can't deny that. It climbs faster. It cruises at 25,000 feet, and I like the safety of the parachute. And again, I cannot emphasize enough that pilots...
118.9 or...
118.9, I wish you a pleasant evening. 528 Charlie Mike.
Have a great one.
So, if a pilot is after performance, and there are performance metrics where the 182 beats the Cirrus, we'll talk about that shortly. The Cirrus SR22 Turbo will carry more payload, and at full fuel, you have roughly around 700 pounds of payload versus around 600 pounds for the 182 Turbo. One can argue that 700 pounds is, you know, 3 200-pound people and 1 teenager, or 3 200-pound people and 100 pounds of baggage. The range, as far as the range goes, you have 1,050 for the SR22 versus 930 for the 182 Turbo. So you have more range, you carry more payload, and you fly higher, and you get to your cruising altitude faster. Okay, so those are the areas where the Cirrus SR22 Turbo is ahead of the 182. Now there are other performance metrics than the 182 ahead, particularly its takeoff distance, landing distance, and the cost, if you want to call cost as a performance metrics. The cost difference is why some people frown on comparing these two airplanes, but I think there are more similarities than none. They both are single engine, turbocharged, four-seaters,
977, was this going to be a full stop?
high performance airplanes.
977, roger, contact.
Now the 182 Turbo is around $100,000 to $150,000 cheaper. So I'm sure for some people that's going to be a lot of money. For someone else, he might say, you know, I'm going to spend, if I can spend $800,000 or $850,000, I'm just going to put $150,000 more and buy the Cirrus SR22T. For me personally, if I had $1 million to put it on the airplane, I would buy the Cirrus SR22 Turbo G7. It's probably going to be a little bit more than $1 million, and I am 100% sure that my decision is influenced by the fact that I've been flying Cirrus throughout my private pilot. Then after I became a private pilot, and I did all my instrument rating on the Cirrus, and as well as all the flights that I did after I had my instrument training. If I were to transition to a Cessna, there's going to be a lot of time for me to get up to date, and I'm still going to be like considered a new low-time pilot. So far I have around 350 hours in both the SR20 and SR22, so if I had $1 million or over $1 million, I would buy the Cirrus SR22 Turbo.
Zulu Baker Shuttle approach, fix Cessna 29er, make left traffic, runway 30 left, 5 hands, Mason Zulu. This is Charlie Mike, have amendment to your routing, advise ready to copy.
528 Charlie Mike, ready to copy.
This is Charlie Mike, clear to Van Nuys Airport via present position, direct Weasel, Whiskey, Echo, Sierra, Lima, for the Weasel 1 arrival, rest clearance remains unchanged.
Direct to Weasel now for the Weasel 1 arrival. 528 Charlie Mike, thank you. Okay, so now let's put direct to Weasel. So I'm gonna go to procedures, select arrival, enter. Now we will do the Weasel arrival. Now, it doesn't matter, it gives me 3 options. But it doesn't matter what you guys, or what I will choose, because whatever it gives me, I'm gonna go direct to Weasel. So I'm gonna do load here. Now I can push in, scroll down, and then select Weasel, direct to, enter. Now the airplane will turn right towards Weasel. And the moon is on the left, is so beautiful.
November 528 Charlie Mike, cross swim and maintain at 900,000.
Cross swim and maintain 900,000, 528 Charlie Mike. Okay, so now we can set our altitude book, and now I can arm VNAV. VNAV is armed. And now I can do flight level change.
November 528 Charlie Mike, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
134.2, have a good evening, 528 Charlie Mike. SoCal, good evening, November 528 Charlie Mike, 9,600, descending 9,000.
Number 528 Charlie Mike, SoCal approach, altimeter 29994, expect the Isla Zulu runway 16 right approach, verify FDA to Van Nuys.
904 and expect the Isla Zulu runway 16 right, and unable to receive ATIS yet, we'll let you know, 528 Charlie Mike.
Okay, Charlie Mike, turn right heading 180, vector sequence, descend and maintain 6,000.
180, descend and maintain 6,000, 528 Charlie Mike.
Altimeter 29901.
Challenger 88 Delta Hotel, SoCal approach, altimeter 29994, expect the Isla Zulu runway 16 right approach.
And right. Advise on initial contact. You have information call.
Stage number 8 Charlie Mike, heading 150.
Van Nuys Airport.
150, 528 Charlie Mike.
10. Wind 070 at 3. Visibility 10.
Challenger 8 Delta Hotel, turn left heading 210, vector approach, descend and maintain 6,000.
2.14. Altimeter 29901. Isla Zulu runway 16 right approach and use.
Cirrus 528 Charlie Mike, direct number 6,000.
Direct to number 6,000, 528 Charlie Mike.
Challenger 8 Delta Hotel, descend and maintain 5,000. 8 Charlie Mike, 7 miles from Jeanette, turn right heading 130, descend and maintain 5,000 until established, cleared Isla Zulu runway 16 right approach.
1000 cleared Isla Zulu, runway 8 approach.
Okay, now we activated vectors to final.
Charlie Mike, contact Van Nuys Tower, 119.3.
119.3, good night, 528 Charlie Mike. Van Nuys Tower, good evening, November 528 Charlie Mike, inbound on the ILS, runway 16 right, Zulu approach.
Cirrus 528 Charlie Mike, Van Nuys Tower, number 2, Cirrus, 2 mile final, runway 16 right, clear to land.
16 right, clear to land, 528 Charlie Mike.
Van Nuys Tower, 67 Charlie established on the ILS, Zulu, 16 right.
Number 67 Charlie Van Nuys Tower, number 2, Cirrus short final, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Number 2, 16 right, clear to land, 7 Charlie.
500.
TV11 Van Nuys Tower, roger, clear for takeoff, taxiway Alpha southwest corner, just take the base and southwest of runways, I'll put you on course when I can. Wind 1004.
Minimums.
Landing.
Van Nuys Tower, Saratoga 7039er Charlie is 7 miles to the southeast, inbound for full stop landing with call.
Tahoe 7039 Charlie Van Nuys Tower, squawk 0254, continue.
0254 continues, 39er Charlie.
Number 39 Charlie, can proceed, just proceed direct to 10145 for now.
Alright, direct 10145, 39er Charlie.
Cirrus 8 Charlie Mike, taxi to the ramp via Alpha.
Alpha to Mach 1, staying with you, 528 Charlie Mike, have a good night.